Right guys, so for your Smith machine good mornings, essentially what we're going to do is perform an RDL with a weight on our back instead of in our hands, okay? To set up initially, what you want to do is set the bar to about shoulder height and set the safety pin to about where you would imagine the lowest position would be after you perform a rep, okay? So we'll go over that a little bit more in a second, but essentially the fundamentals of the exercise are we're going to have our feet just outside hip width apart. We're going to point our toes ever so slightly outwards like this. We're then going to set up with a really tall chest and try and maintain that. You'll notice when you move your chest in that position, your lower back engages and tenses up. It's a good sensation. That's a physical cue that you're in the right place. So chest is nice and tall. We're going to maintain that as we push our hips back. Now in this bottom position, you'll notice my knees are slightly bent. I'm not thinking about sitting down on my knees. I'm just allowing a natural slight bend in the knee, which is totally fine. You can feel a really deep stretch in your hamstrings and your glutes, and that's how you know you're in the perfect spot. Okay, so again, chest up, pushing the hips back, allow a slight bend in the knee, don't come down too deep, and then pop back up. All right, now I just said too deep. We don't want to come down so deep that you round out your back like this, okay? So those are the fundamentals. When actually performing the exercise, this is what it's going to look like. So get yourself into the machine, unrack, feet just outside hip width apart, point your toes out ever so slightly. We're then going to set our chest to get a nice engagement in our lower back. We're going to then start to descend by pushing our hips back, getting a really deep stretch in our hamstrings and our glutes, and then shoot back up. And just make sure that you are allowing a bend of the knee, but you're not thinking about sitting down on your knees. Hips go back, chest remains tall, and then pop back up. And that is it for your Smith Machine Good Mornings.